Here's the thing about the 2026 Audi A6. It feels like Audi finally decided to stop playing it safe and actually move the needle. If you've been watching the A6 evolve over the years, you already know it's always looked sharp, but the new one coming to the US in 2026 levels up in a way that actually grabs your attention instead of just blending in with every other luxury. Set in on the freeway, the first thing you notice is the design shift. The front end looks more confident, the grille is slimmer but wider, and the headlights have that ultra-clean, high-tech look Audi is known for, but with a sharper attitude. The body feels lower and more planted, and the rear has these sleek, stretched tail lamps that make the whole car look longer and more premium. It's basically the A6 growing up into something that actually stands out instead of just being the sensible luxury sedan. Now, under the hood is where Audi finally stopped dragging their feet. The US version is expected to come with a hybrid setup that isn't just for fuel savings, it actually boosts performance. It's quick, smooth, and way more responsive than past A6 models. Audi knows American buyers want power without sacrificing efficiency, and they finally tuned this thing to deliver both instead of forcing you to choose. And yeah, it's still a sedan, but Audi gave it enough drive modes and traction tech that if you're dealing with rough roads, snow, or the random dirt trail, the A6 doesn't freak out the way past models sometimes did. It's not an off-roader and it's not pretending to be one, but it finally feels like a luxury car that isn't afraid of imperfect US roads. That alone is a massive upgrade. Inside, Audi clearly went for a more modern, more American luxury feel. The cabin is cleaner, the screens are bigger, and everything is laid out in a way that actually makes sense instead of being flashy just to be flashy. The new ambient lighting looks miles better. The seats have more adjustment options, and the materials feel more upscale than the last generation. The new steering wheel and dashboard design feel more open and less cluttered, which honestly makes the older A6 interior look dated in comparison. And of course, Audi didn't forget about the tech. The infotainment system runs smoother, connects faster, and the digital driver display looks like something out of a concept car. You get better driver assist features, improved lane keeping, and an upgraded parking system that actually makes tight. US city spaces easier to deal with instead of more stressful. Pricing in the US will land higher than the current model. No surprise there. Expect it to start somewhere in the low to mid 60,000s depending on the trim and how aggressive Audi wants to be. But honestly, given how much they've changed, it finally feels like you're getting something worth paying extra for instead of a mild refresh with a higher bill. Compared to past A6 generations, this 2026 version feels more confident, more refined, and way more in tune with what US buyers actually want. If Audi plays this right, this could easily be the most appealing A6 they've launched in years.